In case you didn't know, there's a show over on Amazon Prime, and it's actually really good. It's called Reacher. It's on its second season right now. And a rarity, critics and audiences like it. And this little description kind of speaks for it. Reacher swaggers confidently into its sophomore season as Rock'em Sock'em Pulp with a sly wink. It's a fun show, which is, more than I can say about shows like Echo. It's fun. It's also starring a big, huge, muscular dude who looks like an action star, something we don't get much of anymore, especially with Marvel. With Marvel, it's always a little lady that takes care of it. But not in Reacher, and I think there's appeal there. There's always been appeal for this. I'm going to tell you, with a show like this, with a star like this, men like it, and also give something for women to watch because they like looking at good-looking people as much as men like looking at good-looking women too. So it works with both genders, but for some reason, just about every other Hollywood production ignores that. But it's always just funny to me when you have one that does what works. Imagine this. It works. And it's not just over on Rotten Tomatoes. The Metacritic lines up pretty good. 79% out of 100 over on the critic side of things. 7.4 out of 10 for fans, for users. So I think it's pretty safe to say that people like this show. Well, surprise, surprise, it's a big hit. Streaming ratings. Reacher still big in second season debut. The Crown also gets the billion-minute mark with the release of its final 6 episodes. So I know Amazon Prime is having a little bit of an issue laying off people on their entertainment side and over on Twitch, by the way. Twitch layoffs are a big thing right now. But this show is a success. And it's really not a mystery as to why it's getting these big numbers to me. You got a big, traditional, muscular dude that does kick-ass things. We don't really get a lot of this anymore. We really don't. And when you do this, it does well. Compare this to a lot of the trash that's come out of Marvel, right? Let's take a look at this. Reacher began its second season with big viewing time numbers, cementing its status as one of the most popular shows on Amazon's Prime Video. The series, based on Lee Child's novels, had 1.69 billion minutes of watch time for the week of December 11th through 17th. Season 2's first 2 episodes debuted on December 15th. Viewing time for the week also includes the 8 episodes of Season 1. That's within 10% of Reacher's total for its series premiere, 1.84 billion minutes in February 2022, when Prime Video released the entire season at once. Season 2 is on a weekly release pattern, which I think is smart. People talk about it more. There's always arguments on should you release the binge model or should you release a weekly schedule. Personally, I think the weekly schedule is the way to go because you get more promotion, free promotion in some cases. Because I know, look at Nerdrotic. Nerdrotic does a weekly stream on that over on his live channel, just covering the new episode. That's tons of promotion for this show that you don't get if you release it all at once. That's why I like the weekly model. And I think it's smarter to do that. But then you also can make the argument, well, look at One Piece. One Piece blew the doors off of everything, and it was a binge model. So you can make the argument for both. Personally, I think it's more fun to watch it weekly because you get to wait, you get to think about it, people develop theories. It's more fun. You get to guess what's going to happen. Whereas with the binge model, you don't really do that because you immediately know. The 1.69 billion minutes for Reacher put the series in second place overall Nielsen streaming rankings for the week. Netflix's movie Leave the World Behind repeated as the overall number 1 title, edging up to 1.95 billion minutes. So, I mean, that's pretty impressive. That's like saying, look, there's a demand for what they like to call toxic masculinity, which is what they label that as, a big, tough dude kicking ass. It's not like a small, scrawny dude kicking ass. No, it's a big, muscular dude. And shocking, there's a market for that. But it's nice to see it. Well, now, will Hollywood learn and make more stuff like this? No. No. For every Reacher, we're going to get 10 Madam Webs. So, it's just fun. It's fun to see this because you get to point it out. Hey, look, the old tricks still work, and they refuse to do it. Once in a while, they throw you a little pebble, little piece of crumb of food and say, well, here you go. We're still looking at this, but now after you watch this, come watch our other action show about an overweight woman of color in a wheelchair, also kicking just as much ass, sometimes even harder. Anyway, maybe you should make more shit like this Amazon Prime so you don't have to lay people off all the time, huh? Just a thought. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. I'd like to hear from you in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed, hit that notification bell, check out my Rumble and Locals, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.